just finished all the kimchi. I took little jar. Mark, taste good. This kimchi was very tasty. Yeah? Nice.
It's very good. Nice and sour.
This is our caravan. We are having our usual life camping. So now let's have a look what I have done to the radish surplus from your garden. Let's go to the garden. Time to harvest. There's quite a bit of snail damage on the leaves. Even some of the radish bulbs.
The flowers bloom in spring.
Some are a bit old looking, but still nice and juicy. Look at this one, huge radish. Huda comes over to check if I'm doing okay. So sweet. I show her a few of the juicy ones, but she is not interested in eating them. I try to pick the biggest ones first so we can use them before they get too tough. Look at this harvest. Probably about 12 to 15 radishes together. Now pluck off most of the leaves. Keeping the young soft ones. In Korea, we use all the leaves when making radish kimchi. I rinse off as much dirt as I can. Cut away the bad spot and chewy spot. Since they are organic and homegrown, I'm not too fussy. Some holes from insects are fine. Most of the remaining dirt will come off during the sorting and rinsing process. Hungry? Koda is hungry too? I'm soaking the radish and the little bit of leaves in the water just in case of the little earth from the garden. It's totally organic, never put any chemical. You know, there's a lot of holes in the radish because of this little bit of pest in the garden. So I want to soak in the water a little bit to get rid of them. I'm going to put on the salt soon. Before that, I want to explain what I use for the seasoning for the radish kimchi. I will use half of the apple, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, and then thumb size of ginger, a spring onion. You can use carrots too, shredded carrots. Any fish sauce you can find from the shop. This is a very spicy Vietnamese chili I found from Asian grocery. Korean chili powder, red pepper powder, gochugaru. I mix with a little bit of, because this is not very spicy, but I like to have mine a little bit spicy. So I'm going to mix 2 of them a little bit, so make it nice and spicy. Salt. Normally you use sea salt in Korea, but I don't have it right now. So I'm just using my Himalayan salt. I like to use the recycles. So this is German mineral for your stomach, but this is salt, Himalayan salt. And then brown sugar. This is the grain that I usually eat. I stopped eating only white rice. So I'm mixing with like quinoa and brown rice, barley, and a little bit of peas and beans and lentils. So it's kind of a mixed grain. You usually use white rice for pul in Korea to make kimchi, like a wicked starchy, to mix with your seasoning. That's called pul in Korea, but I never use it. So I'm going to use this for this time and see that how it goes. And then this is a little bit of a trick for me. When you want to have healthy bacteria in your kimchi or make it a little bit faster, I use the rest of this juice from the last kimchi. Or I sometimes use the whey. I think it's called whey. The clear water from the Greek yogurt. I pour them a little bit, mix with the seasonings. I found this way the fermentation goes faster than normal. These are all what you need for the radish kimchi, that quick and easy version. So guys, these are all completely washed one, but you don't have to worry so much about this cleanness, because we're gonna salt them anyway and then wash them through. About 15 radishes are here and a little bit of leaves. So now I'm going to cut this in like quarter them, basically just normal size. So I quarter them all like similar size like that. The amount of salt is a little bit tricky. It's really depending on what salt you use. But I'm going to do 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and then mix them through. So look how much salt I have here. Like all covered by salt. Also these ones, I chop a little bit. And then put it here as well. Now it's 10:53. I will soak in the salt until that gets a little bit like flexible. You know, if you made a kimchi before, you will feel them when it's done. Huh? And while I'm waiting for this one is get salted, I'm going to make the seasoning. Put it in here. All the ingredient, pretty much all the ingredient. It's nice to make this seasoning beforehand. Then all the chili powder soaked by this season. Ginger, half raisin. You can use pear, nashi pear, or other pears. You can also use kiwis too. And that one, my experiment stuff, not sure. Fish sauce. 1, 2, yeah. So like I said, it's way a little bit of them. It's not very clear today. I put it outside of the kimchi soon. A little bit of the previous kimchi. It was very tasty. Okay. So job is done. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoon, maybe I mix them. So I will leave this in the fridge until the radishes are ready and then mix them together later on. So I will see you later. See you later, alligator with kimchi. Oh guys, I forgot the most important thing. I forgot the sugar. 1, 2 rough spoon. So now I think it's really done, hopefully. The pool that I used, grinding with the mixed grain, main purpose of doing that, make the season stick to the cabbage or radish better. For me, it's not really necessary to do it, so normally I don't do it. If so, I use just like now. If I have leftover rice, cold rice, just use a spoon of it onto your blender when you make the sauce. Otherwise, you don't have to absolutely use that. Guys, it's 11:40. It's a little bit longer than 1 hour. Here now, radishes got a lot of water came out of the radish. It's a bit pinkish. And then you feel that it's not very soft, but it's a bit softer and a little bit flexible. It's different from cabbage, napa cabbage what you use for normal kimchi. Probably need like extra half an hour, but I have to go somewhere now. Don't have time to wait for that, so I just rinse off this one. I take a sip. Rinse them nicely. Try a little bit. Still nice and crunchy. It's quite salty, so I'm going to rinse off this salt. Probably like 4 times. Look at that, guys. Drained all the water from this radish. Now, moment of the truth. In the bowl, here is the seasoning that I made earlier. The spring onion, I only have one left. So you can have more. Or you don't have to use them at all. Put it in the bowl. Nice seasoning here, nice sauce. Usually you can use it like clove with a little bit of water. Mix them, leave it aside. Then now take off my wings. I just changed the same color such as the kimchi. And then I have my empty jar. Look at that, look at the color. Nice. It's good to be a little bit watery so that it covers the jar all the way to the top. Normally, when you do it wrong, it's fungus on the top, right? This fermented food. But if you have this liquid until the top to the brim, clean up the rim of. So guys, it's done. I will keep this for 2 to 3 days in the room temperature, like 10 to 14 Celsius degree. And then we'll try if it's any good. We'll see that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this will help you to make simple kimchi from the radish from your garden. See you!